We are presuming. All right, what is the group going to do? What do you guys want to do now? I'm ready. Um, I would probably lose some sleep. Yes. Did anyone just hear what Gunn said? Gunn, go ahead. And hearing that, she comes up and she just puts her arm around yours and she's like, "Oh," she's so happy. Oh yeah, nice to meet you too. Only only train that's makes this journey from Vatherond is the Sean Express. Uh, on the way to Sean, but there might be a train coming on the way back. I don't have the schedule on me. Now, there may be, if I remember correctly, there was a train due to come in, I think tomorrow evening from Hatheril on the way down to Sean, or maybe it was to Rope as well. But that's just to the north. About a day's 12 hours walk on foot. I'm sorry, no, 24 hours walk on foot. Less than that. How fast can you go? It's actually on the tracks. And then there's the rest of the train, which is mm, not completely on the tracks. About half of it is off of the tracks. Yeah, they're like on the junction, which is where it's split. So at that point at the junction, the track actually goes left or right. One heads north and one heads south. And so the yeah, the reason why things happened as they did is as they mentioned, they had to slow to make the turn. They had to slow the whole train down to make the turn. And so it only went over the junction and to the canyon edge because they had been going so much faster. So it effectively blocks 3 tracks. Um, I, I'm not sure I'll be able to jog. I mean, I could try, but not really made for that. I suppose. All right. Fennec watches you, Sen, as you're leaving, and he's like, that's the wrong way." Follow me. All right. And so you guys kind of get going. So you're jogging in the desert now. Okay, it's still early-ish enough in the morning to where the sun hasn't like reached its full zenith and it's not too hot. But this is kind of the scene that you guys see. These are kind of the landscapes that you witness as you begin your trot, and as you go, you start taking off. Uh, Gun, are you going to carry the Lady Irene? Is that kind of what you're going to try and do? Okay, yeah. So you kind of get her on your back and you start going. The Dalit begins to try and take off too. And at first he's got a lot of zeal, and before too long though he starts to definitely lag behind. Um, and the group runs, and walking speed is kind of what Fennec was counting for. And as he kind of kind of runs along beside you guys, he's like, "This is definitely going to cut down our time." And you guys begin taking off into the desert. Before too long, the sun actually, though, gets to its zenith. The heat and the temperature begins to pick up. And I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws for me, please. Okay. Gun, you're going to make yours a disadvantage. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, that's a 10. I'll tell you. Yeah. So I need Oh, yeah, I need he's made of metal. Yeah. Um, so everyone except Slab gets a point of exhaustion. No, I think you just would have to note it somewhere. It's actually, yeah, there's no spot on your character sheet, if I remember correctly. Yep. 6 is death. Yeah, so what. Yeah. And so just so everyone knows, right? So on the first level, the first point of exhaustion, all you get is the only effect is it gives you disadvantage on ability checks, right? Yeah, so as you guys are kind of jogging along in the direction that Fennec laid out, you can see that there are some like cacti, there are some kind of shrubs and other like desert plants, right? So they all look very prickly. There's very few though. There's not. It's not like a lush green environment. It is. It's a desert, much as you can see in the image before you. Okay, so you guys just continue to run.
Uh, at this, no, I usually ride by Orok. At this rate, it would probably be about another 8 hours.
I'd say about 3 or 4 hours by this point. Yeah, you guys did decide to take off at a sprint through the desert. Yeah. Yeah, that's some good endurance. But it does come at a cost, right? And so now you guys are all feeling that exhaustion as you've been trekking. Yeah, you've been running. Uh, you found a spot to put exhaustion. Oh, really? Okay. Can you share that with the group so that we all know? Yeah. So everyone, real quick pause on the game. Just take a look at Ryan's screen here so that we can see. That is very cool. That's the really cool part is that it shows you what the effect of the exhaustion is. Okay, cool. So we found exhaustion. Yeah. So until you guys take a long rest, you won't be able to clear your levels of exhaustion. uh, no, I've never. I think I'm having a heart attack. Oh, it hurts. Uh. uh, and and you can see currently there are these, like I said, these large buttes which are kind of sticking up out of the ground. Some of them are casting some shade, kind of as you can see on the slopes there. Yeah. Okay, so you go over to a cactus. Go ahead and roll a nature check for me. Yep, that's right. Oh man. Okay, so Niv is over there inspecting a cactus. What is everyone else doing in this moment? Unless he's put her down, I believe he is. So are you guys just slowing down to a walk, or are you guys going to kind of try and take like a short rest or find some shade or? Okay. Okay. All right, and what about Niv and Gun? I know Gun sounds like he's kind of distracted for the moment. Okay. What about Niv? What's Niv's take here? Yeah. Well, no. Did you guys decide, or yeah, people are trying to decide if you want to continue to walk on or if you. I know you're inspecting a cactus right now, but I want to get an idea for if you guys plan to continue walking on, or if you think you're going to take a break. Well, hold on. I'll tell you what's going on with that in just a second here. Um, okay, so Gun. We'll just wait. We'll have Gun tell us kind of what his thoughts are. So right now, just to double check, Sen wants to take a break. Slab wants to continue on. Niv wants to continue on. Did I have that right for everyone else? That's okay. Okay. Where is Gun? What's going on with him? Sounds like children problems. Oh, okay. You're back. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second here. Okay. All right, so Gun. Everyone's kind of settling down. They've slowed their pace. You definitely, feeling the the weight of the woman that you've been carrying, are feeling that exhaustion as well. So, did you want to slow down to a walk, or did you want to try and take a quick break and rest, kind of catch your breath a little bit here? What did your character want to do? So does that mean you want to stop and rest for a second, or does that mean you want to continue to walk? Okay, so as Niv kind of, or not Niv, I'm sorry, as what's his name? Um, Slab kind of starts to continue off walking. You see, as you look over your shoulder, that Gun and Sen and Dolit and Fennec and pretty much everyone except for the Lady Erain is looking like really winded, really like they'd be like, you know, they'd like to have some shade. Um, you know, and you see you see Niv off kind of messing with a cactus, just kind of checking it out, inspecting it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Who's to say? Who's to say? All right. Um, well, um, it's a really long story, but I'm using the wrong voice again. It's because, honey, the war. Uh, we were doing what we could to help out our side, and one of the ways that we figured we could was by, you know, taking on some, you know, extra assistance from Kenneth, and given that we didn't have a lot of, we're not the wealthiest house, they were willing to help out in exchange for future favors, and this is what that ended up being, was a favor. I would say so. Yo, what now? Okay. And so Niv, you're over there, you're inspecting, you're trying to find like a spot, some part of this this cactus that you could, you know, really like cut away, and that's like that you could actually get to, that's not too covered in spines. You know, they all look very, very sharp and very uncomfortable. Um, you know, and as you say, screw it, and kind of cut away at one point. No, I'm not. So yeah, I in the future I appreciate it. You know, just let me get where I'm going with it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so as you find a spot, you're like, screw it, and you just kind of start to cut away. As you plunge your dagger in, you kind of hear this kind of from under the ground as the cactus begins to rumble and shake, and what you thought was just a small cactus above the ground emerges as this much larger creature. And let's roll for initiative. Yes, do not forget to click your guy. Yeah, click on your token and then click on initiative, please. So I've got. Yes. Did you not do that? No, you did not do that. All right. It's all right. I've already got your roll here. All right. So, first off, in fact, is Niv as you stabbed into this thing and erupts out of the ground and looks like it wants to eat you. Okay, that will provoke an attack of opportunity unless you disengage. You're in melee range right now of this creature, so if you try to move away, unless you use an action to or you can use a bonus action to disengage because of your cunning action now. But unless you do that, you will take an attack of opportunity. It's normally an action, but but in your case, you have your cunning actions. Well, bonus action. It's a bonus action specifically. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can move and attempt to hide. Yeah. And this is what's coming after you guys. Where were you? You were right here, right? You want to use the measuring tool to see exactly how far you can get. So any of these, you can see 30, 30, like you've got a pretty good range. Oh, absolutely, you would. Yeah, yeah. You can't hide in plain sight. Yes, you cannot hide in plain sight. Yeah, you cannot hide in plain sight. Yeah, that would also break line of sight. Yeah. To make a stealth check for me if you're going to use your action to hide. Yes, you can. So you can roll an extra d4. No, it's not. So you don't have to use the cunning intuition if you don't want to. So yes, now you are in stealth, but that is all of your actions and bonus actions for this turn. Okay. Next up is the Barrens cactus, and it's gonna and kind of watch you as you run behind there. But as soon as you get behind the rock, it's kind of just like looks back and forth and just and it bends over, seeing the rest of you here, and Slab, it launches these needles out of itself, pointed in your direction. A 10 does not hit you, though, does it? Nope. Okay, then yeah, that's its attack roll. So as it launches the needles out, you're able to kind of bring your greatsword out and use the flat edge to protect not only yourself but Irain, who's standing behind you as well, as they kind of ping, 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 off of the blade. Next up, it's your turn. Mm-hmm. So as you pull your sword back, yeah, you're able to hit, and you bring it down. You cut off one of its spiny arms. You see it gush this yellowish green fluid out of the stump as it kind of screams, and the arm drops to the ground, kind of writhes and twists a little bit before going still. Okay, yeah, you want to do anything else? Okay, yep, no problem. All right, next up, Gun. Mm-hmm. 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 Uh, there's only one way to find out. Okay, so you take a swing with your staff, I'm guessing. A nice critical hit, very good. Okay, so as you crack down with your quarterstaff, very good. And yeah, you split this thing's head open as if it were a melon. You see this fissure, this crack erupt in it, and it spills out this greenish yellow fluid as it falls to the ground and lies still.
Uh, Maybe I should have mentioned some of the cactuses here are sentient and not too friendly. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
All right, and with that, do you guys resume your journey? No, it's all. Yeah. Um. All right, and so you did. All right. And with that, everyone who's down there on the ground, you kind of take a break, take a breather, um, and let's see here. Gun and Niv, actually, go ahead and make perception checks for me. Okay. Yeah, he rolled with advantage for some reason. Oh, that was disadvantage. I'm sorry. Good job. Yeah, Gun, you should be rolling at disadvantage right now. Mm-hmm. Nice. So Niv, from your spot here where you ran up to, after you look back and see Gun and Slab just quickly take down this cactus thing, which is still leaking out this yellowish green fluid. Um, you also spot kind of sort of close in the distance some of the dust and the dirt looks like it's been being disturbed, um, and you see several large like furry beasts with horns, kind of roaming, kind of plodding along. They're not running, they're just kind of plodding along the desert sand, or along the cracked earth and clay there. Maybe about a couple hundred yards away. Mm-mm. More towards the north here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're just kind of, well, they're walking. They're not moving very quickly. They're just kind of plodding along.
First of all, it's Fennec, but I can understand how you could get confused. And yes, those are aurochs.
Yes, hello, hello, and you actually see as Fennec kind of starts screaming and kind of yelling and running off this direction. Um, Niv, there appear to be some people riding on the backs, and not they're small people, uh, roughly goblin shaped. Fennec, yes. It's like you're doing it on purpose now. Uh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, and before too long, you see that a couple of these riders kind of turn their aurochs and plod over to you, and they look like definitely dressed for the environment. They've got these wide brimmed hats. They're wearing these leather chaps and jackets on, and they've actually mounted saddles and reins on their aurochs. And as they come by, one of them exclaims,
Well, I'll be. If it isn't Fennec Blackhorn, the prodigal son has returned.
and his companion kind of rides up, and he's like, "I thought you were going to down there to Sharn, Fennec. Back so soon, they kick you out." Yeah.
Fennec kind of says, you boys are funny. But we need some help if you wouldn't mind.
And, they, as the rest of you, do you approach, or what do you do in seeing this exchange? I know Niv, you were following up behind. And they kind of, yeah, yeah.
Well, it does appear that your group is in a bit of a pickle. I guess. What do you think, Greedo? You think we could help out a couple of Fennec's friends here, get them back?
Oh, yeah, I think we could probably do that. No, yeah, we could do that. Come on! Yeah, yeah. And he goes over and they both kind of round up a few of the wandering Aurochs and kind of grab them by the fur and lead them over to you. And they say, there's too many of you to get you all on the back of ours, but the lady can ride with me. And he kind of gestures to her to come on over, and she kind of looks at you, Gun. She looks like to you to kind of get your uh, approval, permission. You're not sure. Gun Jerome. Let's find out. It shows he's on, but he's muted. He didn't. Did he not type a BRB or anything in? Let's see here. All right. Well, anyway, so he does that, and then everyone else, to everyone else, he says, or the other one says,
Yeah, come on, climb on the backs of these Aurochs here. We'll lead you on.
okay. And it's an Auroch. It looks like a big old cow, but with much woollier. Yeah, kinda like almost like a bison or like a buffalo with horns. I've got one zoomed in for you guys so you can see what it looks like right now. Yeah, they would, if you could smell, they'd smell pretty bad. Yeah, they are woolly boys. Gun, did you hear what I said about the Lady Eberron? Nope. Okay. Sen, it sounds like Niv's helping up Dolit, Slab's excitedly climbing up onto the back of one. In fact, Slab, you get up behind the first goblin who spoke. And they just kind of let you know the ones that don't have saddles. They say
They're real tame beasts. You just gotta pull on their tufts of hair back here. That'll get them to go which way you want. Absolutely. What are your names? Oh, it's not a problem. It's lucky we were riding on by here. I'm Egar. Yep. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Nivis. Oh, Gun, good to meet you too. Well, yeah, come on, get on back here. We're heading back towards Red Cliff Springs anyway. Ain't no grazing out this way. You... Well, that's all depending. What is it?
Okay. And Fennec does, and after listening to him, they kind of look at each other, talk between themselves for a second. They say,
Well, it sounds like this might be something we need a little bit of extra tools and help for. You know, strays in the desert we can handle, but something like that, all big and awkward, we're gonna have to get some kind of cart. Oh, you're stranded. You're strays. Oh, you mean them Barrens cactuses? Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you can get one down, they ain't too hard to kill. You just gotta watch out for the needles and nasty little things. But yeah, once you get one down, you can actually harvest the meat, and the food is quite refreshing. I heard it even, can really cool you down if you're all worn out. You know what I mean?
No, not very far away at all. Mm-hmm. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, so as you scoop up, are you going for the juice that's still kind of pouring out of the stump of the arm, or maybe the one stuff that's coming out of the head? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you get little bits of like pulpy meat that come away, and a lot of the green fluid is kind of in that meat as well. It's very much like the inside like a watermelon. And as you slurp it up, you feel immediately refreshed and revitalized, and you can actually go ahead and get rid of your point of exhaustion. Yeah, and so as you start taking globs of the pulp and whatnot and the juice from inside, and you kind of squeeze the globs, it drains juice in there, and then I guess at some point you just say asker it, you end up sticking just whole globs of pulp in there as well. Mm-hmm. Oh, I would say you're able to get about, yeah, two good doses in there. What's everybody else doing? Okay, yeah, as you dive in and slurp up the juice from this cactus's cracked melon, cracked head. Yeah, you can also cure your point of exhaustion. Gun slab. What are you guys doing? Mm-hmm. Gun, you sound really far away. Yeah, and he's kind of now sitting on the back of an auroch that's he really doesn't have any control over, and it's kind of just wandering around with him. He's like, just a second. As soon as I figure out how to get off of this thing, oh man, where are you going? Yeah, Gun, you sound very far away. What's going on with the? Can anyone else hear him clearly, or is it just me? Yeah. Okay, Gun, what are you doing? I need everyone else to be quiet so I can actually hear him. Gun. Okay, you're just gonna type for now. All right. You get some. You get some. Yeah, go ahead and cure your point of exhaustion. Yeah, and it doesn't taste too bad. A little bit, actually, kind of sweet. Um, and the goblins kind of look on and laugh, and they say, "All right, then, come on." riding on out. We're heading to Red Cliff Springs. You're gonna love this place. It's great. All right, and they set off. And moving on the backs of these aurochs, they actually kind of whip them a little bit and get them moving a little bit faster. And it doesn't take you very much long at all, about another 4 hours. Um, it's gotten into the afternoon, and now that you guys aren't having to run yourselves, yeah, there's no concern here for getting another point of exhaustion, so you don't have to use up that water skin there, Edwin. And you guys arrive at this large, what looks like kind of another one of these same kind of mesas, but as they kind of bring you around the side, you realize there's a little opening, kind of a big gap in it, and it actually turns into this large bowl-shaped kind of valley here, with a little spring in the middle of it. And you can see, yeah, that there's green grass, which is growing right next to it, and several buildings, houses of a kind of a settlement that's sprung up in this little bowl. They start riding down to the center, and Red Cliff Springs hold. Yeah. Yeah, the best the internet can provide. But anyway, where you fellas, what got you stranded out there in the desert? Oh, that sounds awful. Well, glad you made it out. And you didn't die in the desert. Fennec mentioned that, and yeah, we'll get you sorted out. Right? Yep. Fennec already told us. We're well aware. But let me bring you on over. I think we got someone we'd like you to speak with. We're gonna take you on down and see the elders and the chief. I think they'd be interested to meet you. Well, let me bring you down there and let you talk to them. We got some that ride out for Hatherill, do some, or not Hatherill, well, yeah, Hatherill and Starlasker do some trading. All right. Yeah, let's get you set up, and we'll make sure that someone takes your message. All right. And as they ride you down on in, they kind of, you see this is a very busy little kind of town hidden away here in the middle of this bowl-shaped ring of cliffs, and it's solely a goblin community, and you see that there are other goblins who look like they are similar herders, kind of going about their business, kind of driving their flocks. Some are on their way out, some are kind of coming in. You see a lot of these aurochs solely only ride, or sorry, not aurochs. These goblins are riding their aurochs as well. You see children, little goblins, kind of running around playing, and it's just a fully kind of fleshed out town that has all of the things that you would normally see. It's just only occupied by goblins. And before too long, they ride you down into this bowl, kind of take you through some of the streets and around the spring. And kind of at the back edge here, on the far side, there's a kind of a larger building. I said, all right, Chief's going to be in here. I think he's meeting with the elders anyway, so this is perfect. Come on in and we'll introduce you. as they bring up their aurochs to a halt. The other goblin kind of leads the rest of the herd away off to the side as they kind of split off here. What's everybody doing? Yeah, so sure enough. So they kind of get everyone down. And they say, "We can." No, no problem. Uh, yeah, come on right this way. And they kind of bring you into this building, and you see kind of farther in. There's a large open area where it looks like several goblins are sitting kind of in a circle. And there's one goblin sitting at the far edge of the circle, and he looks kind of younger and fresher, stronger and larger than the goblins that are sitting in the rest of the ring. You see six elderly looking goblins, very old, withered, with really wrinkly, tight skin. They're in different shades of green. Some are brown skinned, like it's a light tan. You see there's one young kind of female goblin, and as you're walking in, Fennec is walking kind of close by to Gun. He looks over to you and he says,
Oh, that's Rhaedra. Oh, how do I look?
yeah, he's dusty, dirty, looks like he's slept on the ground because he did.
Oh, I'm doomed.
As they bring you in and what? And as you walk in, you hear kind of the tail end of this conversation as the larger goblin is saying, "These creatures have stopped us up from getting to our best grazing land we've been able to find in years, and it's time we did something about them." And he's like slamming his fist onto the ground, and the elders kind of are like, you hear one saying,
Well, we tried. We tried to send Goober out there, and we haven't seen him. He's gone.
yeah, poor Goober. And at that, your group walks in and everything goes silent, and they all kind of look up at you and, you know, Agar, what's the meaning of this? Why'd you bring these folks here to us? And Agar proudly kind of stands there and he says,
Well, I saw the way these folks dealt with one of those Barrens cactuses, and I think we might have a solution to our problem.
as the chief kind of turns and looks at the group, Irain kind of steps back, and so does Dalit a little bit. They're like, it's not us. Fennec is also trying to kind of hide behind Gun, and at which point the young female goblin pipes up, and she's like,
Fennec! Oh, thank God you're back. I mean, why are you back so soon? You were supposed to go to Sharn.
and he's like, oh no. What does everyone do? Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's nothing that you can't handle, trust me. It's just some ant lions.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, he just kind of leans back to whisper to you, and he says,
Nothing you can't handle. It's just some antlions.
"Well, let the." And the leader kind of speaks up, and he says, "Yes, indeed, antlions. You ever heard of them?" Probably a nature check. Anyone who wants to see if they've heard of what an antlion is. Wow, Slab. Yeah. Jay and I are doubling at least. So 13. Yeah, you've heard the term antlion. It usually refers to a big insect. And at which point the chief kind of pipes up and he says, "Yeah, yes. We, recently our water finder, Redra here, she found probably one of the last, I mean, one of the best grazing grounds you've ever seen in your life. I mean, this place is just green grass as far as the eye can see. Perfect for our aurochs. But the canyon that we have to go through to get there is full of antlions. And we don't have the means to deal with them. We sent Goober on out. Thought they could blow them all to hell. But he never came back. So, tell you what, we might be able to work something out here. You say you got something that you need us to help out with, is that right?" Well, that's as may be. But how far away did you say it was your cargo was? Hmm. This is about 8 hours on the Aurochs. Yeah. Cuts down the trip, but not that much. Um, and so he kind of goes back to the council and he says, "Well, can we send well, what do you have to say?" And the council kind of pipes up, and some raise support, a couple raise objections. Um, and eventually he says, "You know what? No, I'm the chief. I make the decisions. I'll tell you what, it's we can take care of your cargo. You just tell us where it is. We'll send as many aurochs and whatever we need to out there to deal with it. If you can head over and take care of our little antlion problem. At least give us some more information. Every time we try to send one of our own over there, it's like they feel the aurochs stomping on the ground and they ambush us. Not to mention the flying ones. Those ones are terrible." "Oh, well, not yet. We tried to send some of our warriors over there, but, every time we think we've dealt with the problem, more pop up. There's gotta be like a nest or something." That's what I was thinking. You just call me Chief. Number one and number C. Yep, those are those are the ideals. Is we can get a route through the canyon to this fertile grazing area, and also so that we can maybe exterminate these things. Because, like I said, every time we seem to kill some, they just keep popping back up like daisies. They're pretty crafty. From what we've seen, they like to hide under the ground. And as soon as they feel something, some prey moving over their territory, they come on up out of it and snag it and drag it back under. As once it goes down there, that's basically it. Not to mention the flying ones. You know, we tried to send some of our warriors out there just by themselves without the orcs. The flying ones just pick them up, scoop them off, and take them out of the way. You know, we could take a couple down, but can't nearly get enough to we can't keep them down. That's the problem. So if y'all could go in there, maybe try and find out what's causing this, maybe scout out a better path, or just try to help us deal with this problem. I mean, we're willing to help you out, but we're at our wits' end, and we're running out of fertile grazing land. I mean, you saw Egger earlier coming back. You know, mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. he's over there talking to Redra, and it seems like they've been getting into kind of like a very intense discussion. And he kind of turns around and
It sounds like it, yeah. We're in the middle of a desert. It's hard to find, these grazing lands. And from what Redra tells me, she's our water finder. She's the one who finds all these places. And it's been harder, and they've had to go further every time. So, if there's as much green grass as they say there is, this could be the way that we could save our people from, and our way of life. Really. Yeah. Oh, with that, with no.
what? Gun, your audio is coming through really roughly. Oh, hold on a second. Um, Fennec kind of piped up, and he's like, he just says,
Well, after talking, would you want us to bring it back here, or would you want us to bring it to the nearest town? Because once we get it back here, uh, where's your plan then to take it to the next town? I'm just going to make sure that I communicate the right instructions.
"Well," the chief kind of speaks up. "If that's the plan, then so be it. We can go fetch your cargo with some of your people to ensure its safety." Trying to catch your drift here. Do you want us to help you, or did you not? Very well, then it's settled. We'll help you, you'll help us, and then we'll get back here this evening for drinks and food. We'll get our people going, and if you want to go ahead and head out uh, if you head on over, then slightly to the east, it's not too far away to get to the canyon. Probably best to do it before the night's out. Yeah, well, like I said, we would send some of our. I said we could send some of our people, or some of your people, to ensure safe recovery of your cargo, right? So it would be safely recovered with your people, right? Dolet kind of Dolet kind of pipes up and he says, I'd be willing to go and help them out to recover the cargo. Unless you need me to go and fight these antlions, I think I can do it. Oh, did you hear that? He called me important. Oh, well, safety in numbers, I guess. So the more of their type they can send, then I should be fine. Oh, goblin politics, man. You gotta. All right, I'm not. You can continue to kind of hem and haw, but it sounds like the it sounds like the group is in agreement. If I'm not right about that, then let me know right now, everyone. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, time's a wasting, running out of daylight. So we'll get our people ready right now to go with the lady, secure your cargo, and then Igar, go ahead and ride them on out there. Give them a couple of aurochs and show them where to go. Well, oh, it's on Auroch. It's only just about a couple of hours. Yeah, I assume you'll be back before the morning. The beasties like to sleep at night. They come out and hunt during the day. So you want to try and catch them unawares as much as possible. Yeah, the ant lions, that's right. Well, they're most active during the day from what we've seen. Other way around. What I'm saying is, if you go and attack them at night, you better chance of catching them when they're sleeping for the most part, right? If you go during the day, then there's gonna be ant lions aplenty. That's right. That's why we're hiring you. You know what? Tell you what. Here, um, we're plenty willing to give you a place to stay, for the evening. time to kind of rest through after your trek through the desert. But maybe after that, maybe it's best y'all just head on over back to your train and figure it out. Yeah, if you don't want to help us out, that's all right. We'll find a way to survive. We have. Sooner the better. Yes. You don't want to see activity. You want to hit them when the lake. I don't know how much. Can you folks? Can you talk to your friend? I guess I don't. Maybe we're speaking a different language and I don't understand. I mean, you are an elf, are you not? You can see in the dark, right? Yep. Sure. Go during the day. I mean, hey, it's. However you want to do it, I'll leave it up to you. I try to give you as much information as I can to be helpful. I've assured you that my people would go and recover your property, and even bring it back here if you want, so we can hold on to it for you. Absolutely. However you want to tackle this problem, you figure that out. That's why we're asking you for your help, because you're right. What we've tried so far has not worked, and we're at our wits' end. We just need some help. So if you're willing to do it, then that's great, and we want to help you out. If you're not, then hey, we'll give you a place to stay for the evening and send you on your way back to your train, and let you try and figure it out from there. Oh well, all right. Well, just as soon as you can. The longer we wait, the I mean, I just can only see bad things coming from it. No, have at it. And I'm sorry I got a little frustrated. This has been a problem that's been plaguing us for uh, incessantly. All right, as you guys step outside, you can see the sun's already kind of starting to arc the other way, heading towards the horizon. At this time of year, night comes early. And so it's already starting to kind of sink and dip down. The air's starting to cool off a little bit. Still warm, but not uncomfortably hot like it was earlier. That you are. You see them getting everything ready. They're getting all the Aurochs that are going to go on the trip, and they're mounting them to carts, like these big wheeled, like heavy looking carts that they're mounting them to. They've got a bunch of goblins that they've rounded up for this job. Yeah, so you see the other goblin that was kind of helping out earlier, and he's kind of coordinating the Aurochs, getting them ready to go and retrieve your cargo.
Oh, yeah, we got messengers. We could get one to Starlasker in about 18 hours by Auroch, or we could get one to Hatheril. That one probably take about 24 hours.
I mean, there's contacts everywhere. You just got to know kind of where to drop the messages. Yeah, I'll say that you know that there's a place in Hatheril that you could have him drop the message off at. Okay. Okay. And what's your message gonna say? Okay. So while he's doing that, I haven't heard a lot from Gun. Yeah. Yeah. Gun, you good there? He's still muted. Yeah. Okay, so the name of the person that you would be reporting to is Sylvis. Sylvis. Okay, and we'll say whenever you finish writing up your message, he takes it, gives it off to another person, and tells him head straight for Hatheril. It's on the way, so or the cargo's on the way, so they're gonna go when they leave. They'll have someone else kind of go on and take it on with them. Okay. So with that being said, in the meantime, yeah, I can tell, Gun. Sorry. Just yeah, just do your best. Um, okay. So what's everyone gonna do? No, I don't think so. Yeah, Niv compiles his message. He scribbles it out real quick, hands it off, and then comes back to the group. So Niv, while you're still actually writing what you want to say, just we'll just continue on. Yeah, he's just right inside still. Oh yeah, you could go and talk with Master, Herd Master, Horgog, Horgog Ridge, Horgog Ridgeback. That's right. He's in charge of our scouting parties, general defense of the herd, coordinating grazing. Horgog. That's right. Most likely, he would be in his hut. Uh, he gives you directions to where to find him. Give him a shout. It'll be fine. Rennick Blackhorn. My boy, absolutely. That's my pride and joy right there. Absolutely. All right, well, you best be off, and we got business to handle here. Yeah, and then Slab, did you have someone you wanted to try and track down and talk to as well? All right, never mind then. All right, so you're gonna go to where? Okay, so anyone else going to go talk to Horgog? Okay, no one else is going. All right, so Slab and Sen, you head over to the hut that was pointed out to you by Rennick. his little shirt that he's wearing is a older goblin. You know, green skin, these long ears, and he's got this kind of hunch in his shoulders, but he's got these big, like, burly looking arms. I mean, for a goblin, this guy looks actually pretty sizable for a goblin. And in fact, you guys actually realize he's not a goblin. He's a bugbear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's seems to be the problem? Sorry, this is the same voice as the chief is using. I like to imitate him from time to time. Yeah, what seems to be the problem? Oh, those things. Yeah, yeah. We scouted these things out on our way trying to find the grazing area, and they're nasty, tricky little buggers. So they like to hide in the ground. They just wait. And as soon as something comes tromping on through their area, they they must be tunneling or something. They tunnel under and spring up, grab them, drag them down under. And then you got the flying ones. They'll pick off any smaller type folk. Easy. They just whiz on by and scoop them up, take them to one of their little bug holes somewhere, bring them underneath. I don't know what they're doing with them. That's right. He's a smart one. Well, could could be. Well, not sure if they told you, but a while back we sent one of ours, Goober. They tell you about Goober? Yeah. Oh, Goober. Uh, and he kind of wipes a little tear from his eye. He's like, can only assume he's bitter end, but yeah, he took the last stock of our explosive powder, and he went out there. He said, "I'm gonna blow them all to hell," and he never came back. And so we're thinking, oh, if he succeeded, then yeah, they we would have found out and not had our aurochs get snatched up. But they've been snatched since. That's right. So we're thinking somewhere bouts in that canyon, that powder's just sitting there, just waiting. And if someone had the ability to just roll it on in, set it up nice, and light it a flame, boom. Devil bugs indeed. Yes. Now,
I think the last time we tried to send some folk out there wasn't too long ago. But if you could get down in there and find them barrels, I think they'll make your work quite a bit easier. But problem is, we don't know where they are. We don't know how far he got. Well, it sounds like you're the expert, but my thinking is there's got to be a queen. You know what I mean? Queen. If you can get the queen, you stop the production of the eggs. You know, you keep them, you get them all in one shot. That's right. I like this one. I like this one right here, and this warforged. Yeah, he's got a good head on his shoulders.
And Niv, I will remind you that I asked earlier if anyone was going with Slab and Sen, and they are not. No one else said anything, so we. There you go. There's some text there too.
If I'd ever seen her, I'd be able to tell you, but unfortunately, I ain't ever seen her, so. Well, wish you the best of luck. Southwest, that's right. All right. So you guys have gotten some additional information. Niv has prepped his letter and is getting ready to send it, and has sent it along, even though I know I haven't seen what it is yet. Um,
That's fine. Okay. Not a problem. So is this going to be... Are you guys planning now on going out tonight before the sun completely goes down, or what are you guys going to do? You going to wait for morning? Okay. I have not seen it yet. I see it now. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Cool. So you guys meet back up. Slab and Edwin meet back up with Gunn and Niv. All right. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for... you, Niv, and Gunn were waiting for Slab and Sen to come back. They went to go talk with Horgog. They're back now. All right. No, he stayed by your side, faithfully. All right. And so they actually provide you guys with a couple of aurochs to ride out there. And, uh huh. They said they took all of the explosives that they had. Well, you guys, yeah, and took them out there. Well, they've given you 2 aurochs to take with you. 5 of you. 2 comfortably, 3 uncomfortably. Well, they gave you 2. He is. He's with you. All right. So you guys are led by Egar, the goblin, and he kind of gets you kind of close to this mouth of this large canyon. He says,
Yeah, right through there. You should be able to see the sign right before you get to their actual territory. And then from there, best of luck to you. Hope the gods, watch over you and protect you on your noble journey.
And with that, all right. And with that, you guys are at the mouth of the canyon. It's the it's the whole party. No goblin guide. Nope. Well, it's a role playing adventure game, Jay. You got to role play and have an adventure. Well, here, let me do this for you, Slav. Are you the one riding this buffalo? Let me do a thing for you then. So now you have control of the buffalo, and we'll say Edwin is riding on this buffalo. on this auroch. Yeah, there's a sign right here, and it says, danger! Antlions ahead. It kind of varies in certain places. So you can see that, hold on a second. Let me just do that. Okay, so everyone has control of the aurochs as well, just so you know. So right by where you are, Slab, that's a good, like, 50 feet high right there to get to that ledge. On this side, over here, it's kind of the same. So these are about 50-foot high walls here. Yep. Now, as you kind of look down the canyon this way, though, this one looks to be a little bit shorter, maybe about 15, 20 feet at this point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, the sun is just about to set. It's going down. It's by the time you got here, it's just like right at the horizon. So it's just about to be full night. So currently, the people that can see with their pure eyeballs are Niv, and that's the only one who naturally is able to see with their pure eyeballs. Anyone looking at Edwin or looking towards Edwin can see his eyes are kind of faintly glowing white, like, and you can swear there's little bits of like mist kind of trailing up and out of them. Well, Gun's sitting right next to him, so he could easily see it. Gun, it's very dark. You cannot see. So unless you have like torches or something, you're gonna have a hard time. Some of them that you can see, like all the ones that you can see right around you, are pretty sheer. These aren't very sloped. Yeah. I mean, is that what you want to do? I think so, Master Slab. Or Master Niv. I think I got him. Oh, whoa there, whoa there. And then the auroch starts walking off this way. Okay. Real quick here. Gun, are you going to be using your torch? Okay. Okay, and with that full dark, hopefully this works, descends. Okay, I'm going to do something here. So, let me do it. You should see that it's gotten pretty damn dark. It should look dark. Does it look dark to you? You can see as far as you can see, which should be 60 feet. Should be about 120 feet. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, no, it's dims at 5 feet. So at the edge of your vision, once you get to about 5 feet out, it should be dimming. But I mean, it's close enough, right? Right. Okay. Cool. So you're sneaking up to this step, right? Okay. Okay, so if you sneak all the way over to here, why isn't it letting me select things? There we go. Can you guys see me? Okay, there it is. Oh, I've enacted dynamic lighting, so this is going to be taxing on my computer. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, I know. Yes, you do. And it's not like it's not steps. It's just like this area that you're standing on right now is still about 15 to 20 feet up. So if you want to climb it, you're going to have to make a check for me. Acrobatics or athletics? Yeah, you scramble right on up there. And so you see there's another ledge, which is about another 25 feet up. If you want to get to the point you're at right now. So you have to climb up the next ledge. Yep. With that roll, I'll say you climbed that one too. And you can keep going. I mean, up to the top here, which is, I mean, if you wanted to get to the highest point, it would be this one right here. But now from once you climb up past here, though, now I'll have you actually make your stealth roll. Yeah. As I'm assuming you're just trying to crouch down and kind of move silently, right? Okay. So while he's climbing up there, what's everyone else doing? Okay. Yeah, and as you kind of walk around, you don't really see any signs of immediate impending doom. You do. You actually see some blood, some gore on the ground. I mean, sure, potato, potato, right? Yeah. So you do see the blood splatter, the gore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you can, I mean, as you're looking at that area, from where your vantage point is, it's really hard to tell from where you're standing. Okay. Well, Gun's lagging in the back. Gun, what are you doing? You can type if you don't feel comfortable talking, but if you think you can get on voice. I see that, yeah. No, that's fine. That's perfect. Yeah. Gun. Gun, type to me if you can hear me. Move towards the sound of my voice. I know it's dark and it's hard to see. Do we have him? Is he even in Discord at all now? Okay, so as you start kind of climbing up higher, you kind of crouch down and start trying to move a little more stealthily, which is good because as you do, and I want everyone else to make stealth rolls as well, you hear this buzzing sound as this creature begins to fly by. Hold on a second here. Oh, come on. I want to use the dynamic lighting, but it's making it so difficult. Okay, it's making it too hard to function, it feels like. So, yeah, we're just going to turn it off because I can't even select things I want to select. Yeah, so it is nighttime. Just keep that in mind. Keep in mind your limits of your range of vision too. So this thing is flying by overhead. And as it moves past here, it goes out of sight. Yeah, you guys all did very well on your stealth rolls. Whoa, whoa, beastie, says Dolet as his Auroch begins to move back this way. Don't. Whoa, I don't have control of it, Master Div. I don't have control of it. And Edwin, barreling behind you is this massive Auroch, which is just kind of started. Sure, try and stop this massive, meaty bulldozer. Make a strength check for me. Make a strength check for me. You grab on as it begins to now drag you as well. Okay, so you jump up next to... Sure, I'll let you fire an arrow at it. Yeah, go ahead. Sure, yeah. That hits. Yeah, as you let fly with your arrow, go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack. It should prompt you. On your character sheet, it should show sneak attack. Yeah. So roll your shortbow damage first, and then roll your sneak attack damage. You already rolled an attack. Okay, so you rolled your shortbow attack again. Just click on where it shows shortbow. Click the one in the chat. Yeah. So if you thought this thing was kind of unruly before, as you pierce its shoulder with your arrow, it and really takes off at a sprint, carrying Dolet behind it. Actually, Dolet gets thrown off as it runs to here. You see this creature emerge up out of the ground right underneath it and grab it, just biting into its underbelly, under its guts, and just ripping and tearing with its jaws. This thing's intestines start to spill out, blood starts to flow, as you see another one erupt out of the ground. And grab onto it as well, and they both start kind of wriggling and squirming, and they both pull it down into these little burrow tunnels. Niv, you would have not seen this. It was at the edge of your vision. You can still see where Dolet is. But yeah, so you just hear the sounds of ripping and tearing and this Orc screaming. And then Sen, yeah, you got a good view of the whole show. Yeah, not quite. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and start climbing down. He kind of turns over and starts to kind of crawl your direction. And as he hits this, he looks down, and he starts to scamper a little bit faster. And as he does, you see again the sight of this thing now directly in front of your face as it reaches up and grabs with its jaws around his leg, and he screams, "Oh, it's got me! It's got me!" And it begins to rash and thrive. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anyone's taking shots at it, go ahead. 13 to hit, huh? Oh my gosh. Not anymore, it's not. You've come down off of your hidey perch. You know what, I'll say that this time you can say you're sneak attacking, because it's not focused on you. That'll give you advantage. So yeah, roll. That's right, too. You should be rolling with advantage. So roll with advantage. Yeah, Edwin, you blast into this thing for that critical hit. Yeah, 22 will also hit as you let your arrow fly. It sinks into this thing's carapace. Go ahead and roll your damage there, Niv. Yeah, so as you both kind of let fly your combined efforts, you see first that the Eldritch Blast blows this thing's a huge chunk of it right out from underneath Dolet's legs, and then your arrow sticks into it as it kind of lets go of Dolet and flops over on the side there, dead. Yeah. And so his leg is bleeding, and he's like, and everyone go ahead and make stealth checks for me as you hear the bzzz sounds coming. That was your most recent stealth roll, the 12? Okay. 13. Got it. Gun, I need you to roll stealth. And are you staying just back in the back there with the Orc? Thank you. Okay. So, as you see these things fly over, Edwin, one seems to be making a beeline for you. The other one seems to be moving towards you, Gun, and I'm going to have everyone roll initiative. I will tell you in just a second. Alright, don't roll it again. Just, I've got your roll already, yeah, so let me... It's alright. Yeah. You're coming through fine. Yeah. And actually, you and the creature going after you are acting in the same time. So go ahead, and I'll let you go first.
Look at our bed.
Are both of our checking in here? Alright, so Gun, what are you doing? Yes. What? Okay. You get your quarterstaff ready, I heard that. Are you going to move at all? Are you going to move at all, Gun? No? Okay. So you just get your quarterstaff ready, and are you going to try and ready in action? Are you aware of what's happened here? I don't know. You've been hanging back. Have you been able to hear what we've been saying? Yeah, your audio is really bad. What's up with your internet? It was fine earlier. It was better earlier. Can you like turn your cell phone off and like other devices that are using internet off? It's Joe sucking up all the bandwidth. Tell him to get off the computer. Okay, so for right now, Gun, just type out what you want to do to me, okay? Type that. I want to know in all the gritty detail. Yeah, type it out. Okay, and in the meantime, yeah, you sounded like you were going to ready an action. So I'm going to move this thing. Okay, that's where that's going. All right. Next one is this one here. So as it flies, it kind of heads down in an angle towards you, and as it flies by, it's going to try and bite you. Okay, that's not a natural 20, but a 20 to hit. Okay, and as it reaches down with its piercing pincers, it bites in around your bicep. Its mandibles kind of pinching in and kind of digging into your skin there as its front forelegs reach out, and these like sticky kind of serrated almost not serrated, but these like hairy sticky legs kind of wrap around your shoulders, and you are now grappled, and you take 7 points of piercing damage as it begins. Right? And with that, you see the cold aura kind of wraps around from where it's grabbing you on your shoulders. It wraps around the arms of this thing, and they start to begin to ice over, and frost begins to creep its way up this thing around its mandibles. You can see that same kind of frost begin to form, and the ice forms around its mandibles as it's trying now to like buzz and lift you up, but it can't. Its body is that much heavier. And next up is Niv. Uh-oh. No, not now. Not that you've made your first shot. Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as you fire out with your short bow, it pierces through this thing's eyes, and just one eye, out the other, exploding in ichor and gore as its wings kind of bzz, 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 and it falls to the ground, releasing Edwin, and it is now also dead. Yeah, it had grabbed onto him and grappled him. Yeah, Slab's got his arms around him. He's... No, just use the ruler from your token. Like that. Nope, just left click. Yep. Okay. So you had to hop down from here, so you kind of hopped down, and then moved over. So did you go 30 feet or 60 feet? I wasn't tracking there for the second. Yeah, you made it 30 feet. That's fine. Okay. Oh wait, you just fired an arrow at this one. You don't have an attack on a bonus action. You could hide. You could, yeah. Okay. So you want to break line of sight with this one. So right now you're not doing that. So if you want to say you made it to here, here instead of where you were, yeah, then I'll let you say you didn't. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your stealth roll. Nope, that's fine. All right, next up is Sen. Okay. Okay. Next up is Slab. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be an action if you want to actually pick him up. Well, he'd made it to him. He hadn't grabbed him yet. Yeah, with your strength score, I'll say that you're able to drag him pretty easily. But yeah, that will be your action and your movement. Okay, next up, Gun. You're up. This thing is flying towards you. Yeah, you're still coming through. Yep. Okay, that's fine. And as you prepare your action, I'm guessing you're just preparing for it to fly in. And so that's what it does. It flies down in an attempt to attack you. I can hear Christian typing. And it gets to right here, so I'll let you go ahead and make your attack, Christian. Gun, I'm sorry. We'll try it out. So it's Ooh, unfortunately, as you lash out with your quarterstaff gun, you're unable to hit this thing. You just barely miss it, and it ducks down. It kind of what it did was, as it flew in, it kind of quickly saw you getting ready to swing at it, and it kind of hovered up and back a little bit, just outside your reach, as it continues to move in and attacks at you, trying to bite onto you. 17. Does that hit? I believe it does. It just hits. Just hits, yeah. So you take 8 points of piercing damage as this thing kind of similarly bites down on your right on your head. Like you feel its mandibles pinch down on the sides of your head, and it's same thing. Those legs kind of try to wrap around on you, and it starts to pick you up. You get lifted about 5 feet into the air. Next up is Niv. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like on the other side of this wall here, kind of like it's the Aurochs in the way. Right about here. Yeah, it's in the air though, like 5 feet off. Mm-hmm. It's yeah. I would say you've got a line of sight there. You got a shot on it. Uh-huh. So if you hold shift and double click on your token, it'll bring up your character sheet. Yep. You gotta move to the select tool. You're on the measure tool still. Does everyone not have the oh, and I guess that's only a GM thing. 12, that'll hit. As you oh, sorry, no, it will not hit. A 12 is not enough. No. The attack. No, it does not. It's only with the damage. So as you fire your arrow off, it flies right in between this thing's fluttering wings and thunk sinks into the canyon wall beyond. Now you still have movement because you only moved about what 10 feet there, 15 feet. Your inspiration cannot be used anymore on combat rolls. That was the yep. Correct. Oh, come on. No. Okay, so you move back out of line of sight and mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Sure. Got it. Mm-hmm. Well, that's your roll. So if you want to roll to add, if yeah, you can roll to add it. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. Next up, San. What are you doing? Sen's moving. He's on the move. I can't hear him, but he's moving. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yep. All right. And slab. You can move while carrying him, but you're not going to be able to make an attack while carrying him. Yeah, so yeah, you can move. Are you saying dash? Oh, yeah, you can dash while carrying him. Yeah, that's fine. And don't forget, guys, if you want to know how you can, like, move your character in angles and whatnot, you can, what is it, hold down Q. Or you can move your token while holding Q. And kind of move like that. No, you just hold down Q. Oh, sorry. Yeah, move your token, hold, and then push Q and hold it, and then every time you push Q after that, should do it. Sure. Right here. Thud. Okay. All right, next up, gun. You are currently lifted 5 feet into the air. And you are grappled. You can make a strength check to try and break the grapple. Nope. You're unable to break the grapple. As you struggle against it, its mandibles again latched onto your head. You're unable to wrestle away from it. Alright. Are you gonna... Well, what are you gonna... You can still take an action. That was just a save to try and break the grapple. Yeah. I'm sorry you're having audio issues. That is shitty. But hey, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage as you jab your quarterstaff up into this thing's thorax. Yeah, very nice. And as you do, it actually pierces through this thing's little belly, and you can kind of stir it around and wrench it back and forth. And as you do, it kind of lets go of your head. Its arms are still holding onto you as it falls 5 feet with you to the ground. And it is also dead. And with that, we are out of combat. Depends. You gotta go to the city to buy them. Or you gotta go to a town that sells them. Or you gotta ask when you're in a town if they sell them. Yep, and you can see his leg has been kind of shredded, like his calf and shin and foot are all like really like just bleeding from multiple different gashes. He's in real bad shape. And he reaches out and he grabs your shirt and just leave me here, Master Nip. Go on without me. Yo, what? Yeah, you pick him up and you kind of drape him over the Auroch's back. So now he's on the Auroch. Okay. don't bring it near me. Sure, you kind of saw at it and cut the head off. The head's a good 2 feet wide by, it's yeah, it's a big head. Yeah, it's like a watermelon. It's big old bug head. It's like a watermelon. Watermelon's good size. Okay. You guys. No, probably not. Yeah, you can always try it. What do you guys want to do? Is there anyone here? Yeah, you could. So just use a charge from your healer's kit and roll a d6. Hey, nice roll. Yeah, you're able to bandage up the leg and stop the bleeding. And he still looks like he's in a lot of pain, but at least he's not going to risk bleeding out all over the back of this auroch. I think so, Master Niv. You sent me back. I failed you. I'm so sorry. Well, how about this then? Y'all can send Dolit back on the auroch, and then all the party members can stay put where they are, and we can call the session here and pick up at this point when we come back for the next session. Yeah, and I know you're having a lot of problems with your audio, and I'm sorry about that. That does suck. So that's okay. We had a good long session so far. So yeah, we can call it here and just pick up from this point, and then we'll just say that Dolit and the auroch rode off back towards the village. Yeah, I mean his track record with driving aurochs isn't great so far, but the auroch probably knows its way. Yeah. 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 Ah, God. That's why I'm excited about self-driving cars. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and stop the session here.